Welcome back to PlayStation Corner. My name is Alex and today we're taking a look at my favourite deals across the PSN stores, covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. 10 games for you all today though, a lot of new all-time low prices, which is what I like to see. Also a fair few that cross over from PS4 to PS5. So with that luck, hit subscribe. Join our growing PlayStation family. At time of recording, we're less than 100 subscribers away from 7,000, so the support, it would truly be appreciated. And yeah, let's get started. So before we kick this off then, as always, we have a $10 PSN gift card winner to announce later in the video, and one more to give away. Now all you need to do to enter, drop a comment down below and the winners, they'll be announced in next week's video. A new release to kick things off then, but Insurgency Sandstorm, and this is for the competitive online shooter fans out there. That's really the reason to pick this one up. It does have single player and co-op options where you're, battling it out with bots, but I see that as a warm up and practice for what's to come. It's best described though as a hardcore first person shooter. This is not your Call of Duty bullet sponges, but seriously challenging with some complex controls and incredible maps. We've played a lot of this one though over on the Twitch channel and we loved it. It doesn't even give you indication of kills, making those long range battles intense. It's a new low price then here of 15% off and you'll easily get your money's worth. Omno then is another new release and it's one I intended to review on the channel, but I couldn't get it wrapped quite in time. That said though, it is short. As a warning, about 4 hours. I just had too much on at that time, but it's going to be for those that want something that's a little bit more relaxed. It was created by a solo dev though, it's a third person exploration adventure. Minimal on story, actually handed to you this one, but a lot to uncover. It's really just about exploring this mystical world and a lost civilization, and I'd make comparisons to the mighty Journey. If puzzles and exploration are your thing though, take a look. It's a new game and a new low price of 25% off. Getting darker now then, Doki Literature Club Plus with 20% off. I played this one with zero expectations and honestly very little knowledge of it, and it was a whole lot darker than I expected. It's a game I describe as you either love it or hate it, but it's a visual novel that starts off as almost a rom-com but quickly escalates, addressing themes of depression, bullying and suicide. From there the game just kind of comes off the rails, pushes against genre conventions, and has a very unique system that tricks you into thinking you've reached that end game when you haven't. Interesting stuff and absolutely unique, but I would say watch a review or two first. Alright, so Scarlet Nexus is back on sale then, and this was a popular one on the last drop, so it's good to see it back, and this time the discount window, it's definitely extended. 40% off though, that's a solid deal for what was a very good game. I wasn't actually sure going in, honestly. I had this fear it was going to be stale over substance, but that was not the case at all, as you enter a world and squad of warriors that basically have these special powers. The world was invaded though shortly after humans learnt these abilities, and now it's time to go to war. It's got a fantastic combat system though, a beautiful almost cel-shaded style, and there's 2 stories to follow, 2 characters to control, and yeah, just as a warning, it's definitely story heavy, quite a few moments of conversation, but it is all good stuff. Looks particularly nice then, this one with a free PS5 upgrade. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order then is the only deal slightly more expensive than we've seen before, but it's by about 50 cents, so I think we can easily forgive that. It's rocking 65% off. Fantastic game, in fact the best Star Wars game we've seen in a long time, and I'm excited to see where they take this series next. A third person action adventure though, it gives me kind of think Star Wars Uncharted vibes with a ton of locations, solid exploration and combat, and some really good climbing mechanics. Also the story's great, it's set around Cal Kestis, 5 years after Revenge of the Sith. Great to see a quality game though in the universe, and I'm excited now to see more. A couple of indies then before we jump into the big final 3, starting with Manifold Garden. It's a game I adored and it's a new low price of 40% off. This is for the puzzle fans out there, and the concept is simple enough. Navigate this world, connect almost these blocks that are switches, and then basically just move on forwards. Where it's unique though, the world you need to navigate is set on the idea of infinity and an Escher-esque world. The visual style then, it's beautiful, outlines only, dashes of colour here and there, but when something big occurs, it really stands out. Narita Boy then is a solid release. Think a 2D platformer with a dash of Metroidvania. Now I'm a sucker for Neon if you haven't noticed the logos for this channel, Switch Corner, Xbox Corner, so this game it immediately appealed to me. Here though it's set inside a game, you'll be uncovering the secrets of the creator and also this kind of virus that's running rampant. It's kind of a tough story to explain, also a little convoluted at times honestly in its delivery, but the exploration and the combat, it's fun, especially the Techno Sword. The only issues is a few on-rail sections that were weak, and the lack of a map proved frustrating. I still think it's a good one though here with 50% off. Into the final 3 games then, and we're starting with a recent favourite of mine, that is Chivalry 2. I got addicted, I played the betas, and I've loved it ever since. The support from the devs has been ongoing as well with updates and additions, which is what you like to see, and I'd go as far as to say this is my current favourite online experience. Second would be Insurgency that we opened the video with. Rather than guns here though, we are in the medieval times for large scale battles, multiple classes, so think like swords, axes, bows, just all sorts of good stuff. It goes from simple death matches to these large scale objective based warfare modes, but it looks good, it has a surprisingly unusual sense of humour to it, and it's about as gory as they come. The betas alone I got my money's worth, so I'm confident in saying you can sink hours into this one, and it's currently 20% off, matching the low price. So our penultimate game of the week then, another new release, and that is Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 Elite Edition. This recently received a PS5 upgrade and it absolutely surprised me. Now we spent quite a bit of time playing this one over on Twitch and it for sure just blew past my expectations. I was kind of expecting something along the lines of more Call of Duty sniping, but it's surprisingly in-depth. It's for sure a budget game though as well, I will say that. You can definitely be seen in the visuals, which are good but at times a little rough around the edges, but it gives you almost think sandbox locations, tells you an objective and a kill order and sends you to work. You've got to figure out now the path yourself. It's topped off then with an over-the-top X-ray camera for those top tier shots that surprisingly never got old, and they are absolutely brutal. It's a new low price then of 40% off. So our winner of the week then, it's going to Geo with a simple comment: Greek is the way to go, and it's a solid game. The controlling multiple characters at times can be a little bit awkward, as I said in the video, but it's for sure worth overcoming. Beautiful game as well to look at, those visuals are absolutely stunning. Congrats to Geo, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. So our final game of the week then, you're going to need to be quick on this deal, it expires soon, but Deathloop with its first ever sale of 34% off. I wasn't sold on this one honestly going in, mainly because I felt like marketing here was just absolute overkill. Every single state of play, every TV commercial was this game, and I felt burnt out on the IP before I even owned it. That said, I still went day one and it is absolutely incredible. It's a first person shooter that actually achieves something different. The concept is this, so you're stuck in a time loop, you're one of 2 rival assassins, and you're repeating the same day over and over. To escape though, you must take down 8 targets. That's it though, the world is now yours to explore and you will need to experiment to succeed, as this world it constantly shifts based on the actions you take. Maybe you'll kill someone in the daytime, or maybe you wait till night and I'll lead you to a second target. Then it complicates things further when it adds online players that can invade your world to kill you as the other assassin. Very few games out there like it, and this one it is PS5 exclusive. And that's another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or are you holding onto that cash? Another shout out then to our winner of the week. Remember to drop your comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. With that then, hit subscribe, join our growing PlayStation family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.